Hey everybody, it's a very sweaty Jeff Odom and Collin Sherwin here from the Leroy Selman Athletics Center. I know last time we chatted, it was about a week ago. We talked to you tomorrow. We didn't talk to you tomorrow. We didn't talk to you for a week. But here we are. We're wrapping up the first major scrimmage here for USF today. And Collin, it really was all about the offense. Running the ball, Asante Woolard, who knows what his status is as far as eligibility is concerned, but he looked very good, as did Stephen Bench today as well. So give me your take on what happened there today.
It does look like the offense is starting to make some strides. There's still very much a long way to go, but you can see the big plays. I think the biggest play today was that 95-yard pass from Stephen Bench. They come in, and it's not like a situation where people are punting. They come in, they put the ball on the yard line, they say, it's 1st and 10 from here, and it's a situational play. So that situation, it was 1st and 10 from the offense's 5-yard line in the first play. Steve told us they had man on the outside. He beat his man, and then Tyree McCants was wide open and ran it 95 yards down the sideline. It was certainly the most impressive play today.
Yeah, I mean, like you said there, Stephen Bench with a big play. Woolard's big throw to Chris Barr, a 36-yard touchdown pass. Probably the best thrown ball, maybe aside from that 95-yarder by Bench that we've seen probably this camp in 11-on-11 drills. How nice that spiral was, that tight spiral. It really was right on the money there. And again, his status is up in the air, so we don't know if he's going to be included in this competition, by the end of camp or not. But it certainly is a positive sign for him to come in already and be making those plays with the receivers.
Asante Woolard came in one of the situations backed up underneath his own goal line. And his first play was a 47-yard pass, actually. That was sort of like a post route to Ty Tanner, yeah. And so the next pass after that, he does downfield again, and he almost gets picked off. But then the third pass was another nice one. You can really see the talent there with Asante Woolard. He's certainly not afraid to take shots down the field. But is he going to be even eligible to play this year? And what kind of difference is that going to make? Of the two guys that we know are eligible, Bench and Flowers, Flowers did some things with his feet today, but again, with the way that these drills are, these quarterbacks are wearing red jerseys. So if they get into a position where they might be able to scramble or use their elusiveness, it doesn't really get called because as soon as they get touched with two hands, they're down at that point. So a lot of Quentin's ability to elude people gets lost in these types of drills. I thought Bench had the better day today. What do you think?
I did too. I thought Stephen Bench looked more crisp. Looked a little bit more comfortable with the offense. We saw Quentin run out there with the first teamers to begin the scrimmage at about 9:30 this morning. And I thought, like you said, he was good mobility-wise. Passing-wise, I think he still has a little bit to work on. There were a couple interceptions. Hassan Childs got one from Stephen Bench after Bench had made a pretty good play. I believe Nate Ferguson, the freshman out of Sickles High School, almost had an interception. It kind of tipped in his hands a couple times and it fell to the ground.
Right.
So I thought defensively they were pretty good. Offensively, the running backs were huge today. Looking at Marlon McDermott Johnson with a big run.
Darius Tice had a good day.
Darius Tice as well. So that seems to be the strongest point I think on this team is the running back. We also saw a couple field goals. Michael Hill missed a 47-yarder early. He hit I believe a 32-yarder, if I'm not mistaken, toward the end. Emilio Nadelman also hit a field goal as well today. So it seems like they're kind of getting in sync with that. Quarterback play is still up in the air. And also, wide receiver Stanley Clairvaux, Willie Taggart, announced today that he will be out for the season. He has a torn ACL and potentially one other injury to that leg. So it's the second straight year that he's been out. Last year he had the shoulder problem as well as a little bit of surgery on that too to fix that. So big tough break for him because he had a great spring going, and I really thought he was going to be one of the dark horses for this wide receiver core.
It was brutal. We were out here on Thursday when it happened. It was a 4th and 3 play in the scrimmage, and Bench threw a nice ball, got it under him, and he just sort of, I forget who the defender was, just sort of rolled up on his leg, and we all knew as soon as it happened, it was just like, oh no, this isn't good. He was on crutches yesterday, and then we find out today he's out for the season. The defense did win the scrimmage today, 71-68. Yeah. That scoring system's a little weird. Coach Taggart explained a little bit of it to us earlier, but the defense was the winner today, 71-68. And I thought they looked, again, the defense still looks ahead of the offense at this point overall.
And you can read all about today's scrimmage from Joey Knight, tomorrow's Tampa Bay Times, and always at TampaBay.com. You can follow me on Twitter at ByJeffOdom. You can follow him at USF. Collin, let's see if Collin has to interrupt any more date nights with a breaking news story. So hopefully not for the sake of his girlfriend.
Yeah, you can also read about the scrimmage in Voodoo 5. We'll have Elliot Moore cover this in depth a little bit later. But for now, congratulations to Jeff, the new sports editor of the USF Oracle. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'm going to celebrate by going to get a Chipotle burrito bowl in about 5 minutes here.
We'll see you guys at the next practice here. I believe it is now 21 days?
Yeah,
20 days?
Yeah.
20 days until football. We'll see you then. Bye.
Have a good night.